Okay, this is TapTapKaboom vlog, episode number 1, and it's going to be awesome, I hope. So the reason why I'm actually wanting to do vlogging is so that I can tell you guys what's going on with TapTapKaboom. And one of the things I realized this week was to keep your people in the loop. Keep people in the loop. It's really important. So if you're running a company, if you're in an organization, if you have a whole bunch of fans and followers, you need to keep them in the loop. You need to keep on communicating. And not just like one-way communication, not just telling them about stuff that they can buy and stuff that you want them to do for you, but actually listening to them, saying, hey, how can I help you? And this has been an amazing like self-discovery, revelationary kind of process for me over the last couple of weeks. I've been reading this book on my Kindle, and if I had the actual book I would show you, but I don't, so I'm just going to show you this Kindle and be like, read this book called Company of One by this guy called Paul Jarvis. He has some amazing articles, this amazing book called Company of One, and man, when I was reading it, I was like, this guy and whoever else he relates to, he's like one of my people. One of the people that I can aspire to be like, one of the people that I am like. He also runs a creation company. He sells courses, products, things like that. He used to be a web designer, a web developer, just like me. And I'm like, wow, this guy's got some amazing business advice, and it's not written for business people. It's not written for, doctorate level kind of stuff. It's written in layman's terms, and everything I read there, it wasn't like, oh man, this is like amazing. I was like, yeah, of course, that's exactly right. But it's compiled all in one book. So the last like 10 years, all of the business books that I've read, all of the amazing books that I've read, they're all like in this one book. Super amazing. So one of the other things I wanted to tell you about on this first episode of TapTapKaboom vlog, I sound like Jason from, The Good Place. Don't really want to sound like him, but he's very fun. That's not what I wanted to say though. What I wanted to say is that I have a few Dribbble invites, and apparently they run out in 7 days or something. So if you want to be on Dribbble, let me know. You can send me an email at rich@taptapkaboom.com and I will check your stuff out and hopefully just invite you to be on Dribbble. If you don't know what Dribbble is, that's okay. Don't worry about it at all. Now, the next thing is that, man, I watched SpiderMan Into the SpiderVerse last night, and it was amazing. It is probably one of the best, I was going to say best videos or best movies of the year, but the year has only been a couple of days long, so not really a fair reflection. But it was very good. Definitely the best of the decade, best of the year, but definitely the best movie I've seen in a while. Best animated film I've seen in a while. I was like, yes, that's amazing. There are a couple of parts where this guy, Miles, I can't remember his surname now or his last name, but Miles is like, man, I've got these superpowers, but all the other superpowers or all the other superheroes are like, man, you're just not quite cutting it. So he's like, like really down in the dumps and stuff. And then his dad gives him this like speech through a closed door kind of a thing. And man, he just gets inspired. And there's this little, 2 minutes, I think it's at about 1 hour 20, 1 hour 22 or 24 around there, where he's just like, he realizes that he has what it takes to be a superhero. He has this spark, and he's just like, and it's amazing. So that's what I just see creatives like. They all have, or we all have this spark inside of us, and we don't really know that, and we're trying to work it out and trying to be this superhero and express ourselves. And I'd like to help other people do that, like really find that spark and then turn it into this big explosion and really make an impact and influence the world around them. So after watching that, I was like, yeah, super inspired. So I'd recommend watching that. And yeah, I think that if you have this little spark inside of you that, man, you need to let it out. And if there's any way that I can help you make that little spark or find that spark and make it bigger, turn it into an explosion, please let me know. Now, these vlogs, I'm not really sure where they're going to go, but I would like to keep you in the loop. I would like to keep on offering value, just talk off the cuff. We'll be trying a couple of new things with lights and camera angles as like a a very easy experimental way to try new things instead of like on classes or like high pressure kind of situations. This is just, fairly flexible. I'm just going to do one take, and if I mess up, if I'm blurry, if the sound is bad, who cares? We may do some cutting. We may just like delete all of the irrelevant stuff, but one cut. That's the rule with this thing. And I'm not just going to talk about a bunch of rubbish. I do prepare a little bit of things to say. And where this really came from is that I started to update my family on what the heck I'm doing. I live in Amsterdam. I have some family who live in France at the moment. I have some family that live in the UK, in England, and then some family in South Africa. So they're all over the world, and I just wanted to tell them like what I'm up to. And I was like, hey, I should tell the people that follow me, that take my classes, that are my friends online around the world. I should keep you guys up to date too, give you some hints, give you some tips, and help you out. So this is episode number 1. I think I have a few more things that I'd like to say in this episode. So let me have a look. The big thing, the big thing that I've been doing this year that has had an amazing impact on my work so far is focus hours in the morning. Like, I spend 3 hours, and you may be thinking that's not a lot, but 3 focus hours from 9 o'clock until 12 o'clock working on important things. So at the moment, it's been finishing off my 100-day project from last year. I pretty much finished it, but I wanted to turn it into a book. And so all of the stories that I wrote for 100 days, I've been handwriting them on my iPad in Procreate. It's taken a long time, but today I actually finished the 100 days. I'll be writing a little bit more and then compiling it into a book. Not quite sure if it's just going to be for me or for anybody to order or what that situation is going to be like. I'll keep you updated, but it's been an amazing process over the last, 15, 16 days to work on that every single day. And then I've also been working on a new class called Just Start or Getting Started or something like that. And the idea behind that is whatever we want to do, like really, really want to do, if we just start, like even for 5 minutes, it's way more likely that we would carry on working on it, get into the flow, and actually finish it. But we seldom actually get there. We seldom start on these things. And for me, I know that I don't start because my brain just thinks about it and it inflates it and makes this big thing. And so when I start or even think about starting, I'm just so overwhelmed and it's intimidating. So I'm breaking it down. I'm teaching people, teaching anyone, teaching myself how to actually start a project, start creating a habit. And it's been an amazing process. And I think I'm going to, help people a lot, help you a lot. I think you'll learn a lot. And hopefully by the end of 2020, we'll have done a bunch of stuff. We'll have finished a lot of stuff because every single day we will have started, even if it's just for 5 minutes, working on something, a big project, a small little thing, or something like drawing every day or doodling every day, a daily habit that's really important. And I think that for creators, we have so much potential, but we just fall short because we don't spend a little bit of time just starting every day. So I'm working on that class and it's really cool. I'm hoping to be finished it by the end of January. We shall see, but I'd rather produce an amazing class rather than, hitting that end of January deadline. And finally, the last thing that I'd like to share is that I have a new Mac, but it's been sucking because it's been turning off while it's been in sleep mode, like literally restarting every single time or 75% of the time. And I've just been really frustrated and the dictionary is not working. Small thing, but I'm telling you, I love the what is it? The thesaurus. I love that thing, thesaurus. See, I can say it. But man, it hasn't been working properly. And these two things have been frustrating me. I've spent a lot of time calling Apple support. And at the moment, my Mac is restarting. The whole thing is just being rebooted, totally refreshed. I've done a clean, fresh install, wiped everything. So hopefully after this, man, working on it will be amazing, way better. And that is the end of this first TapTapKaboom vlog. There will be hopefully one a week, and I'll share ideas, thoughts, a whole bunch of stuff in them. And yeah, if you want to say hi to me, drop me a line at rich@taptapkaboom.com, and have an amazing 2020, an amazing year, an amazing decade. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys create, seeing what you finish, seeing what you start, and really seeing how you grow. And I'm anticipating a bunch of growth in my own life and my own creative work this year and for the next 10 years. I'm super excited. And yeah, this is just one of the things that I was going to start. I've been wanting to start for a long time, some kind of vlogging practice or, informal kind of video practice. So let's see how it goes. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.